Have you ever wondered why so many people swear by a simple glass of apple cider vinegar before bed? At first glance, it might seem like just another health trend. But when you look deeper, you'll see that this humble, inexpensive remedy can transform the way your body works at night. And tonight, I'm going to share with you the #1 nighttime benefit of apple cider vinegar that most people don't know, along with the hidden reasons why it can impact your sleep, your blood sugar, your weight, and even your energy. Let's begin with its star ingredient, acetic acid. Unlike what many people think, apple cider vinegar is not mainly about probiotics, vitamins, or minerals. The real magic is in this unique acid. Acetic acid plays a crucial role in how your body manages blood sugar. When you drink a small amount before going to bed, it helps stabilize your blood sugar all night long. This means your liver doesn't go into overdrive producing extra glucose, a problem especially common in people with insulin resistance or type 2 diabetes. That's why some people wake up with high blood sugar even though they didn't eat anything the night before. Apple cider vinegar steps in like a quiet guardian, keeping those levels steady so you can rest peacefully. And here's something even more fascinating. When starches and sugars from your meals break down more slowly, thanks to apple cider vinegar, you avoid those big blood sugar spikes that make you feel restless, hungry, or fatigued. Instead, your body experiences a smoother, more controlled release of energy. This is one of the keys to not only better sleep, but also better health overall. Now let's talk about sleep. Real, deep, restorative sleep is not just about how many hours you spend in bed. It's about the quality of those hours. If you've ever slept after drinking alcohol, you know the difference. You technically slept, but you woke up groggy and drained. Apple cider vinegar has the opposite effect. By helping your neurotransmitters function more efficiently, it encourages your body to slip into a deeper, higher quality sleep. And when you wake up, you don't feel foggy, you feel refreshed. But what if you're someone who struggles with bloating or indigestion at night? That uncomfortable fullness can make it nearly impossible to drift off. Apple cider vinegar acts as a gentle aid for digestion. It can reduce bloating, ease heartburn, and take a heavy load off your digestive system. Instead of reaching for antacids or prescription PPIs, which often make the problem worse in the long run, this natural solution helps restore balance in your stomach. Another overlooked benefit is mineral absorption. Your stomach needs to be acidic enough to pull minerals out of food. Minerals like calcium, magnesium, iron, zinc, and potassium. If your stomach is too alkaline, you miss out on these vital nutrients. That's when problems like twitching muscles, spasms, or painful leg cramps can appear. If you've ever been jolted awake in the middle of the night by a Charlie horse, you know how painful it can be. By making your stomach slightly more acidic, apple cider vinegar improves mineral absorption and reduces those annoying nighttime cramps. You sleep more soundly without being startled awake in pain. But here's another hidden gem. Apple cider vinegar can help curb your nighttime cravings. Many people struggle to avoid snacks before bed. Sometimes it's out of habit, but often it's because of unstable blood sugar that tricks the brain into thinking it needs food. With apple cider vinegar keeping your insulin response steady, the urge to raid the pantry at midnight simply fades away. And that brings us to another major point. Weight management. When your body becomes more sensitive to insulin, it doesn't need to flood your system with it. Less insulin means less fat storage. Remember, most fat burning happens not during the day, but at night while you sleep. Growth hormone, which is released during deep sleep, promotes fat burning. But here's the problem. Insulin blocks growth hormone. By lowering insulin, apple cider vinegar indirectly allows growth hormone to do its job more effectively, which can help your body burn fat while you rest. And we can't ignore its effect on the liver and bile. A well-functioning liver is essential for detoxification, especially at night. Acetic acid in apple cider vinegar stimulates bile release, which is necessary for breaking down fats and keeping your digestion moving. Without enough stomach acid, bile doesn't flow properly, and that can lead to gallbladder problems or even gallstones. Many people who rely on antacids actually increase their risk of these issues. By contrast, apple cider vinegar supports the natural process, giving your liver and gallbladder exactly what they need to work efficiently overnight. Now, here's one of the most surprising benefits. Acetic acid can actually serve as an alternative fuel for your cells. That's right, it can feed the mitochondria, the energy factories inside your body. And while you might think that would keep you awake, it does the opposite. By supplying steady energy, it helps your body relax into sleep, reduces restlessness, and even lowers the chance of conditions like restless leg syndrome interfering with your rest. In a way, it provides just enough fuel for your body to carry out all the active processes of sleep, like hormone production, cellular repair, and nervous system regulation, without leaving you drained. Think about it. Sleep is not a passive process. It's a highly active one. Your body is repairing, detoxifying, balancing hormones, and recharging. That's why some people feel too exhausted to fall asleep. They lack the necessary energy to enter those deeper stages of rest. Apple cider vinegar provides that extra push, so you don't just fall asleep, you stay asleep, and you wake up with real energy. So how do you do it? It's simple. Take 1 to 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar in a glass of water after dinner, about an hour before bed. If the taste is too strong, add a few drops of lemon juice or a touch of stevia. And don't forget, use a straw to protect your teeth from the acidity. Try it for just one night and notice the difference. This is one of those rare cases where something inexpensive, natural, and incredibly simple can make a dramatic difference in your health. It's not about following a complicated plan, buying expensive supplements, or giving up all your favorite foods. It's about giving your body a tiny nudge in the right direction before bed, so it can do the work it's designed to do while you sleep. And there you have it, the hidden nighttime power of apple cider vinegar. From stabilizing blood sugar and improving sleep quality, to supporting digestion, reducing cravings, boosting fat loss, and even fueling your cells. It's no wonder so many people are adding this small ritual to their evenings. Beyond stabilizing blood sugar and improving sleep, apple cider vinegar influences nearly every system in the body during the night, especially when the body is in repair mode. One of the most overlooked roles of acetic acid is how it interacts with your gut microbiome. The gut is home to trillions of bacteria, and the balance of these microbes affects not only digestion, but also mood, immune function, and even the way we store fat. Apple cider vinegar creates a slightly acidic environment that helps beneficial bacteria thrive while discouraging harmful microbes from overgrowing. A healthier gut means less inflammation, more efficient nutrient absorption, and even the production of neurotransmitters like serotonin and GABA that calm the nervous system. Since much of this activity happens while you sleep, adding apple cider vinegar before bed amplifies the gut's ability to reset itself overnight. This connection between gut health and sleep explains why people often report not only better rest, but also improved mood when they use apple cider vinegar regularly. Another remarkable effect is its impact on circulation and blood pressure. Studies suggest that acetic acid can help dilate blood vessels, improving circulation and easing the workload on the heart. At night, when your body should be in a parasympathetic, relaxed state, better circulation means more oxygen delivery to tissues and a stronger repair process. For people with mild hypertension, the nightly use of apple cider vinegar may contribute to steady improvements over time, alongside healthy lifestyle changes. Let's also look at its role in reducing inflammation. Chronic inflammation is behind many age-related problems: joint pain, stiffness, fatigue, and even cognitive decline. While apple cider vinegar is not a magic bullet, its ability to regulate blood sugar, improve mineral absorption, and support the gut all indirectly reduce inflammatory signals in the body. Magnesium, for instance, absorbed more efficiently with the help of vinegar, plays a critical role in calming inflammation and relaxing blood vessels. This explains why many people notice fewer aches and pains after making apple cider vinegar a nightly habit. Now consider what happens in your hormonal system overnight. Insulin, cortisol, growth hormone, and melatonin are all dancing in delicate rhythm. If one is out of balance, the whole pattern suffers. By lowering insulin and improving insulin sensitivity, apple cider vinegar gives growth hormone the green light to rise naturally during sleep. Growth hormone isn't just for building muscle. It drives fat metabolism, tissue repair, and even cognitive rejuvenation. Meanwhile, the improved mineral balance from vinegar enhances melatonin production, your primary sleep hormone. This double effect allows you to not only fall asleep faster, but also engage in the most restorative stages of sleep more consistently. But perhaps the most surprising discovery about apple cider vinegar is how it can impact brain health. The brain is one of the hungriest organs in your body, constantly demanding energy. While glucose is its main fuel, acetic acid provides an alternative that mitochondria can use efficiently. This steadier energy supply at night supports the brain's cleaning process, known as the glymphatic system. During deep sleep, the brain literally washes away metabolic waste and toxic proteins like beta amyloid that are linked to Alzheimer's disease. By fueling the brain more evenly, apple cider vinegar may enhance this nightly detox process. There's also a fascinating link between vinegar and stress resilience. People under chronic stress often suffer from poor sleep, cravings, and weight gain, all tied to cortisol and insulin dysregulation. Since apple cider vinegar lowers insulin resistance and helps calm blood sugar swings, it indirectly calms cortisol as well. This is why many who start taking it notice a more stable mood and less anxiety before bed. Combined with its mineral balancing effects, it helps break the vicious cycle of stress, poor sleep, and exhaustion. Practical application matters too. While the basic recommendation is 1 to 2 tablespoons diluted in water, some people experiment with adding a pinch of cinnamon, which not only improves flavor, but also amplifies blood sugar benefits. Others add a teaspoon of raw honey, which may enhance liver glycogen storage and further support restful sleep. The key is to stay consistent, because the real magic happens when your body adapts to this nightly ritual over time. So when you look at the bigger picture, apple cider vinegar before bed is not just about a single benefit. It's about creating the ideal internal environment for your body to repair, restore, and reset. Your gut, your blood vessels, your hormones, your brain, and even your emotional state. It is a tiny action with an outsized ripple effect on your health. When you look deeper, the story of apple cider vinegar at night only gets more compelling. It doesn't just support sleep or blood sugar. It helps your body reallocate energy in smarter ways. And here's what most people never realize. While you sleep, your body is making life or death decisions about where to send its limited resources. Apple cider vinegar quietly shifts those decisions in your favor. Consider your liver, the body's nighttime powerhouse. Every night, it detoxifies, recycles hormones, and breaks down fats. But the liver needs proper bile flow to work effectively, and bile won't flow unless the stomach is acidic enough. That's why people who use antacids often develop gallbladder issues. Apple cider vinegar solves this problem upstream. By creating the right acidity, it signals the liver to release bile, which keeps fats moving, hormones recycling, and toxins flushing out. Imagine your liver working like a perfectly tuned engine instead of sputtering through the night. But here's where it gets even more intriguing. Apple cider vinegar also supports your immune system while you sleep. The gut is the command center for immunity, and by feeding the right bacteria, vinegar strengthens your body's natural defense. During deep sleep, immune cells patrol, repair, and attack invaders. With vinegar's help, they patrol more effectively. That's why many people notice fewer seasonal colds or faster healing once they make this ritual consistent. Then there's the role of electrolytes and hydration. Most people think cramps or restless legs are just random, but often they're signs of poor mineral balance. Since apple cider vinegar boosts absorption of potassium and magnesium, it smooths out nerve and muscle function. That means fewer cramps, steadier heartbeat, and a calmer nervous system. And here's the hook. Balanced minerals don't just help you sleep better tonight, they also lower your risk of cardiovascular problems over the long term. And what about your metabolism? This is where apple cider vinegar truly shines. By lowering insulin and encouraging fat burning, it trains your body to become more metabolically flexible. Instead of depending on sugar for energy, your cells learn to switch between glucose and fat with ease. That shift doesn't just help you lose weight, it gives you steady energy, better focus, and more stamina during the day. Waking up without that crash or craving, that's metabolic flexibility at work. Another overlooked benefit is psychological. A nightly ritual like preparing a glass of apple cider vinegar becomes an anchor habit, a cue that tells your body and brain it's time to power down. In a world of constant stimulation from screens and late-night snacks, this tiny action becomes a powerful signal for rest. You're not just drinking vinegar, you're training your nervous system to relax. Results don't happen the same way for everyone. Some feel a shift on the very first night, while others need a week or two of consistency. But one thing is clear, the effects build over time. And once your body adapts, the changes can be dramatic. Better sleep, fewer cravings, sharper mornings, and a more resilient metabolism. If you try it, remember the golden rules. Dilute it in plenty of water, use organic unfiltered vinegar with the mother, and start small. Add cinnamon if you want extra flavor and blood sugar support, or a drop of lemon to freshen the taste. Make it your own, but make it consistent. So the next time you think of apple cider vinegar, don't just see it as a salad dressing or kitchen staple. See it as a nightly reset button for your entire system, your blood, your brain, your liver, your immune defenses, your metabolism. One small ritual, a ripple effect across your whole life. And now, I'd love to hear from you. Have you tried apple cider vinegar at night? Did you notice changes in your sleep, your cravings, or your energy the next day? Share your story in the comments. I read them all. And if you found this helpful, don't forget to subscribe and follow this channel. Live healthy every day. For more simple, science-backed ways to take control of your health. Because sometimes, the smallest nightly habits create the biggest lifelong transformations.